Hey, record-loving friend. I am in Kichijoji doing something that I don't normally do. I am waiting outside of a record shop for the doors to open to score a very, very special record that I saw them post on their social media. I saw the post, immediately called them and said, oh my gosh, hold that record for me. And they said, oh, it's just being released on this morning. It's a special drop. So you gotta come and wait in line when we open. And I said, okay, all right, okay. And so I hung up and then I called back. And actually I recognized the voice from one of the actually subjects that I've made a photograph of for Tokyo Record Style. And I said, hi, this is Brian. I just called and I heard that I have to be there. Can you give me a little bit more details? Can you tell me the price of the record, or can you tell me how do I wait in line and where's the best place? Because this department store, Copi's, this enormous department store where HMV is, it's got about 100 entrances and I didn't really know which one to come to. And she said, well, we start giving out numbers at 9:30. And I said, oh gosh, do people wait in line for a long time? Is there a long line of people? And she said, I don't know. And I said, oh, I'm embarrassed to be so foaming at the mouth for this record, but what should I do? And she said, just come and wait and get your number. So I came here this morning. I got my number. I'm number 2. That should guarantee me this record. I'm probably over excited about it and probably nobody else is interested in it besides me, but it's exciting because I've never seen it before. And if you maybe stick around till the end of this, you will find out what record it is. The other thing is that I think it's going to be rather obnoxious for me to have the camera out while I'm waiting in line. I just think that the Japanese aren't going to be really cool with me being so up close and personal with myself in line with others, so I don't think it's going to go over that well, so you may not see me again until the end of this thing. But I'll tell you a quick tidbit. I'm waiting in line and there's 2 other people waiting, one in front of me and one behind me. And the guy who was in front of me, I suspected that he just was going to sit there and wait in his own peace and silence. And still I started to talk to him and I said, hey, remember when Disc Union was up in one of this other building over here before I moved over to the old place, in Japanese? And he said, oh yeah, I do remember that. And I said, oh, that place was cool. And we got to talking and he was like, oh, he speaks Japanese, and I could tell he was like maybe a little bit nervous, but he just kind of like the ice melted and we got to chatting. And then the guy who showed up behind me was a past subject of Tokyo Record Style, and it was Maruguchi-san, who I coincidentally ran into at Tokyo Record Style Day a few weeks ago. And I said, oh, Maruguchi-san, good to see you again. He's also surprised to see me again. And we got to talking and I said to him, oh, Maruguchi-san, in my car for the last 2 weeks, I've been listening to Primal Scream's debut album, Flowers or something or other. And it was that record that you were holding when I made your photograph, and I bought it on CD specifically because, you were photographed with it. And he too, I can tell, is maybe like wasn't quite prepared to have a conversation at 9 o'clock in the morning while waiting outside HMV in kind of a rainy day here in Kichijoji. But the fact that I bought the record that he recommended melted him a little bit, and the 3 of us got to talking about Primal Scream and which was our favorite record, and about Oasis coming to Japan in November, and it was just cool. And it was funny to me because I was sitting here thinking that the catalyst for the conversation is the foreigner in Japan. That's the interesting role that I sometimes play. So stick around for another little half of this video where I will share with you the record I got and maybe a few more glimpses of HMV in Kichijoji. Okay. Hey, I'm just killing some time before HMV opens, and I am outside of Copi's here, the department store, and there seems to be quite a lot of people queuing up to get into the store over here, over my shoulder. Who knows what they could be lining up for? Maybe there's a particular shop inside the department store that they're eager to get to, maybe a new drop in some other store. Maybe they're waiting for the Godiva chocolate store or Diesel denim, but I am here in the alley between the main department store and this annex here, and it's kind of nice. There's some beautiful light today on a rainy day, and this little alley has a couple of good restaurants on it, and you can see by the rooster weather spinner dealio that it is called Penny Lane. This is Penny Lane, Kichijoji's Penny Lane. And it goes on quite a ways in both directions, and it connects over here to Sun Road. But I'll mention to you that I actually called HMV and said, oh God, I'm afraid this record that I want is really expensive. I'm thinking about maybe trading in some of my records. Can I bring records to trade in? I've never done this before. I've never traded records, so I thought I would show you which records I'm trading in. These are records that I had like doubles of, or that I never really listened to, or that I just thought, ooh, that might fetch a pretty penny. There's a bunch. I don't know if I'll go through them all, but I'll show a few of them to you. Steve Winwood, Bill Evans with a couple of other players, kind of a strange Dionne Warwick record, an old Duke Ellington record, probably not worth much. But then I have like, ooh, Sonny Chris on sax. This should be actually kind of nice. That'll bring somebody some joy. Waiting for Columbus. I have a couple of copies of it. Same for Paul McCartney 1. Ooh, also Plastic Ono Band. Have 2 copies. This one has my Obi on it from my Tokyo Record Style co-op that I hosted at Tent Records a long time ago. That kind of got this whole Tokyo Record Style business going. A cool record from the Sidewinders, a band from Arizona that I don't listen to much anymore. Nancy Sinatra record. I'm never going to listen to that again. I mean, some good stuff in here. Jeff Beck with the Obi. Do I really need Saturday Night Fever? I mean, I can buy it again if I really want it. Maybe not. Almonds, you know, if I'm going to listen to Almonds, I'm going to listen to like Live at the Fillmore, and so I'm saying goodbye to my Almonds record. Yeah, there's a few more good things in here. Clapton record I probably inherited from somewhere. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I mean, Deodato 2. If I'm going to listen to one, I'm going to listen to the first one. Rick Danko. God, I love Rick Danko, but this record is, I don't really love this record. This is probably, I hope this fetches something. This should be worth something. Kiss Live, Alive. That's kind of a big one. And, you know, some 100 yen kind of records, but yeah, and a few more. I've got about, I don't know, 20 or 30 records here. So that's basically the gist of it. I'm going to trade them in, and I'm going to hope I can help offset the cost of this record that I really want. So, okay, I'm going to pack these back up and head over to the front door because it's about that time. All right, see ya. Okay, getting nervous. I'm so excited. Wait till you hear this. Just hold the hand. Yeah, mostly go We're gonna be finished. Oh my God, you guys wait till you hear this story. This is crazy. Masaki-san, 本当にありがとうございます。Okay, I was number 2, waiting in line at Kopis. I thought I was going to be able to get the record that I really wanted. もう一回出してもいい? And the guy who was at number 1 wanted the same record, and he got it before me. And I'm so happy for him. He got Ween's Mollusk from 1997, one of their masterpieces, and it's so rare to see in the wild. 初めてかな? First time he's seen in the wild. First time I've seen in the wild. I was number 2. You snooze, you lose. Early bird gets the worm. Early bird gets the worm. 一番最初の Okay, he said it. The early bird gets the worm in Japanese. Masaki-san, I wanted to congratulate him for getting the Ween record. I photographed him for Tokyo Record Style. You will see him on an updated post. And a big congratulations. If anybody out there sees a Ween Mollusk record, I am really, really looking for one. So thanks for joining this little adventure. And congratulations again. And thank you to Masaki-san for letting me make his photo. And wow, thank you so much. Okay, bye.